What is happening, people? Welcome to another episode of the Levelup podcast. Today, I've got a very, very, very important guest. This individual is not only just somebody who's doing well in property. This individual is actually one of my success students. Not only is he one of my success students, he's actually my very first student. So I'm just super proud, super excited to have him here on the podcast today. So without further ado, please welcome Yannick. How's it going, my brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Welcome to the podcast, man.
I was glad to be here, man. I can't lie, man. It's been a long time coming still. Like, the people needed to see me, man. You know
100%, man. 100%. Listen, how far did you have to travel to be here today?
It was just a light little 3-hour, 30-minute drive, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And I only texted you, was it last night or the day before yesterday, and asked you?
Yeah, literally just the day before yesterday, told me, look, I got a podcast coming.
Yeah.
What are you saying? We're here now.
And you just drop, that's what I like about you, man. You just drop everything, like, give me the address, send me the addy. That's what he says, send me the addy. And you're like, I'm gonna be there, and you are here. I like people like you, man. People like you make no excuses. You just always show up. And that's one thing I believe. People who are successful, they don't make excuses. And that's why, I like you. So for those who don't know you, why don't you introduce yourself and tell people who you are, a little bit about you.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I know the people are a little bit interested. My name is Yannick. I like to be known as the student landlord though. I'm up and coming in the property game. I just want to let people, I'm going to put my foundations out here, running a few essays currently in Birmingham right now. I think we started doing this in December, that's when we started securing the properties, but we started our journey about 9-10 months ago with you now. So it's been a good road. We're selling some deals on the way, but now it's like everything's just picking up that pace now. We're going to that whole new level, and it's just time just to take it up that pace, let people know who I am. That's why we have to come out the shadows, man, you know what I mean? It's time to actually let people see the face behind the brilliance, you get it? And we just gotta go even further, man. Come on, man.
I appreciate that. So listen, man, one thing that a lot of people don't know, as I said earlier in the intro, that you're my very, very, very first student. And it was actually, coincidence. So tell me something, man, because I've always been wanting to ask you that question. What made you, or why did you want me to mentor you?
All right, cool. So I believe we met the first time I met you, to be fair, was the first ever. What was it? It was the Samuel Lees's £1 crash course, innit? And I got enticed to even come because I saw you on the what was it called? The Financial Freedom Challenge. And when I just saw it just gave me that drive. It was just like, oh wow, like we can actually do this. Like we can become successful in property. We just got to kind of put it out there. So I thought, maybe if I go out there and I can see you in person and actually speak to you, maybe that would just kind of just change my outlook of it. And then when I spoke to you, saw you in person, and then you had like a nice bit of arrogance to you, you know what I mean? And it was a little bit different to how I saw you at the beginning of the video. And I was like, rah, like, you've changed. Them ones there, it's like, I can feel the confidence from you. And that's because of the success that you've brought to yourself. I can do stuff. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool. So this will all come in time, but I liked it. Them ones there, like maybe a lot of people will be thinking, but I liked it because you know yourself. Them ones there, and you told when I tried to show you a deal, you said, nah, I'm currently doing BRI deals. I'm looking at bigger ones. I was like, okay, this is what time it is, right? And I just respect it. I like the big talk, you know what I mean? It just shows me like a whole different kind of field to be kind of playing in. And then I went to another one, and then I met you in London, and it was in that moment when you were just showing me a lot of help when I was just trying to find like a deal to get. And I was just asking you if you knew anybody that could be like a homeowner guarantor for me so I could secure the deal. And you were actually kind of going out of your way to do it before I even signed up to like join the academy or anything like that. And I was just like, oh wow, like why would I want to sign with anybody else that even before I've even put money down, you already showed me that, look, I'm willing to help you. I can bridge a gap with him. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like it's realness right there, innit? And then with that, it just said, look, if I'm going to work with anybody, innit, I wanted to work with you. And then a few things happened. And I was just kind of like out of it for a few months. But then when I came back, I saw that you left. And it was just like, the timing's just aligned. I just contacted you directly. You got back to me. We met in Birmingham. Here we are today, man.
Yeah. So that's crazy that you said that, man, because obviously, one thing is what a lot of people don't know about me. And that's one of the reasons why I've got this massive, desire to help people. And the main reason for that is because a lot of people don't know that, but in 2020, when I came to this country in 2013, So 7 years I'm in this country and I'm hustling, man. Everything under the sun, I've tried it to become successful. And I literally hit, a wall. And I was literally contemplating, ending my life. A true story. And I can remember sitting down on my girlfriend's sofa and I was just like, you know what, man? This is not really working. But I prayed to God. I said, God, please, man, help me. I've tried everything. Just help me. If you can help me get out of this and become successful, I promise you, I will help loads of people if you help me. So I made a pact with God and God helped me and I came out the other end. And that's the reason why for me, anybody who I see who's got that thing about them and they're willing to put in the work, I'm like, yeah, I'm here to help you, man. I appreciate obviously, action takers. But when you approach me to obviously mentor you, I didn't really say yes straight away, did I?
Yeah, you were just like, I'll kind of get back to you, I'll let you, like you were kind of like on the fence. So I feel like that's where I had to kind of like show a little bit more initially, a little bit of drive. And I said, like, I already show you that I'm willing to kind of put a monetary value down.
Yeah.
And from time you're seeing, look, I'm willing to kind of pay to learn and pay to be around you. Think, okay, cool, this guy's serious.
Yeah.
He's not just going to be here, just one of those people who's just going to be like, look, Evans, how do I do this? And then just waste your time but not use anything with it. So I thought, if I at least pay to be around you, you'll know, all right, cool, like, this guy's serious, innit? And the sky's truly the limit with this, innit? Like, who knows where we're gonna go from here, innit?
Yeah, because you approached me and you're like, oh yeah, mentor you, and I was like, I don't really know. And there was two reasons why I was, I was not 100% honest straight away. Because the first time I was like, cool, man, I'm obviously busy building my portfolio. I don't want to obviously be disturbed to mentor people. But then God gave me a check. God's like, keep quiet, man. Remember when you were down, you told me that you were gonna help people if I help you. So make sure you keep your end on the pack. And I was like, cool. That I got a check from that. But the second thing is, it was like, I did not want to obviously put my name to something where I can't guarantee people's success. And the reality is I still can't guarantee anybody's success. But I know if someone is willing to do everything I tell them to do, the result is predictable. And the mere fact that you were so persistent, I know you wouldn't be so persistent and you would just quit down the line. Yeah. So that's kind of like what reassured me that you are a serious person and you want to do what I tell you to do. And that's the reason why, I took you on. But it's been a few months, so tell us about, you got started off and, how was the journey getting started off?
Journey getting started off, it was slow at the beginning. It's like, that's where you're doing a lot of the groundwork, you know what I mean? And then like, these are the parts where you start laying the foundation, you start building your relationships. But this is the part nobody wants to go through. And this is the part where you have to go through here. You have to be able to just go through all of those no's. Like, the amount of times you just be on the phone calling and they'll be telling you, no, we're not interested, no, we don't do this, no, we've had bad experiences. You can't let that phase you. There's one of the things you got to keep going through. And the thing is, it's like you're kind of more than a mentor. It's like you give me a lot of personal advice as well, and you'll kind of help me with my mind as well. You'll just show me, look, it's not just about, don't just look at it as like, oh, it's a no, you can't do it. Like, you always just show me, look, there's a brighter way to look at things. Like however many no's, yes is just around the corner anyway. So don't just let it slow you down right now. Allow this to speed you up. Allow you just to kind of just keep pushing. And now that I adopt that mindset, it's just changed the whole game for me. It's like, all right, cool, you said no, that's fine. Someone's gonna say yes to me anyway. So it's like, all right, cool, it's your loss. I know that when I'm now up and you see me popping, you're gonna start calling me up saying, oh look, I see that student landlord housing group is up here. Do you mind if I just now, we got a couple, like, I know that's gonna happen in the future. So it's like, for me right now, I just find, all right, cool. I just got your name there anyway. You said no to me now. Now afterwards, I get to be a little bit more bougie because you know where my value's at and you know what I can provide for you. So it's just like, it's fine. And the people that did respect me enough to give me the opportunities now to work with them, like we built even stronger relationships, and then we can go even further because the business I can bring to them and the business they bring to me, it coincides with each other, and it just allows us to kind of just keep skyrocketing.
Absolutely.
And it's just brilliant, man. I can't lie.
Yeah, and I remember when you got started, we used to have, these Zoom calls and these phone calls like almost every day. You're like, oh, Evans, man, this is not working, that is not working. And I can recall there was two things I think I said to you. I mean, when I said those things to you, I actually saw a change. One of the things I told you, I explained to you that if you are doing it and you're not getting results, it's an indication. It's not an indication that it's not working. It's an indication that you are not good enough. So you have to become better. And that is one of the biggest misconceptions. A lot of people obviously are trying to do rent to rent, trying to do property, and they're not getting results, and they think like, oh, this doesn't work. That's incorrect. that means that they are not good enough, because there are people that, you know, are killing it, are doing so many deals with people like yourself, you know, so many deals in rent to rent. So how is one person, same color as me, same height, same physique, speak the same language, can get a deal in the same country and I can't? That means one person is good enough because they've learned, they've developed, and one person hasn't. So the key is not to quit and be like, oh, it doesn't work. Like, the key is for you to become better. And I think that's one of the things that I told you that obviously you took on board. So I think after that convo, I've never heard you say anything about, you know, it doesn't work. You always come back to me and be like, Evans, man, how can I be better? And that's what I liked about you, because you don't blame anybody for things going wrong. You take responsibility.
100%, man.
You know, and that's obviously one thing that I like about you. And the second thing, I actually use an analogy. I don't know if you remember, and I was telling you, bro, listen, man, this is not get rich quick. You're a black man like me, so let me pick to you in a language that you understand. I can recall saying to you that this is like boiling cow heel soup.
Yes,
do you remember that? What did I say?
You gotta let it slow cook, you know, them ones there, like, you gotta let it simmer. And then, like, you don't want it just to be cooked within like 30 minutes and then just have some dead soup. You know that you gotta let it simmer, cook after like 7, 8, 9 hours. Now when you go to eat it, boom, you can enjoy all of the flavors because everything was come out into fruition in it. And that will only happen when you give it time.
Yeah.
You give it that attention that it needs as well.
Yeah, because we live in a world today of instant gratification. Social media is great. Social media is phenomenal. But it's sometimes very poisonous if you consume the content the wrong way. You see, a lot of people post on social media, but they only post, you know, their results, but they don't post when things are going wrong. Yeah. And that's why a lot of millennials today have got like a microwave pizza mentality. Like, it's just like take the pizza from the freezer, put it in the microwave, 2 minutes, boom, eat. That's the mentality. But what I'm saying to you, becoming an entrepreneur, becoming a property, success, it requires boiling cow heel soup. Because if you can boil a cow heel soup, that will take sometimes even an entire day, boiling it overnight. When you can obviously do that, and that's something that I actually had to do being born and raised in St. Lucia. So when you can cook cow heel soup, you can cook any meal. Because if it was like you an entire 2 days to cook a meal, then to cook a rice and peas in a one pot will take you an hour. That's light work. But if you can only do microwave pizza and you want it in 2 minutes, if you have to fry an egg, that'll take you 5 minutes. It's gonna be like, oh, this is long. And that's the mentality that a lot of people have in business today. And I think when I explain that to you, you're like, you know what it is, Evans, I'm not a failure. Let me take it slow. Let me learn, and it's gonna work. And that's what happened. So what happened, man? I know obviously, you actually implemented, and you got obviously deals. How many deals did you obviously, take on? What kind of deals they were, and how much are they making you roughly a month?
Cool. So I ended up securing 2 deals before. So literally, I secured my first one, and as soon as I secured it, I just spoke to the agent again. You always just ask the question, have you got anything else available? So I just asked the agent again, boom, have you got another deal available? He said, oh yeah, weirdly enough, I got another one there available on Broad Street. When he told me the street name, I was like, boom, like it just hit me. Because when I was doing my like market research, that street name was just there in the back of my mind anyway. As soon as I heard it, I was like, let me just take it now. Like I just told him to take it, I'll book a viewing tomorrow, let's go. Booked it, saw it. As soon as I saw it, I literally just paid for it. It's there and there on the spot, and we secured it, took the keys. That one was fully functional already, so we didn't have to put in no work, just had to list it. Boom, just make the money from there. So now, literally, we're probably operating at least about like 85-90% occupancy consistently with this property there. So realistically, we're doing about 8 to about 1,300 profit every single month, like consistently, just standard. So that was just beautiful. Now we've got the other one there in like Perry Bar side. That one, we just literally just secured a 22-night booking the other day now as well. So we don't even need to worry about that one. They're just taking it off of our hands for the next 22 nights. But we're confident with these people who are here because they're looking at potentially moving out. But a lot of people who come relocating to the country, they do tend to get a little bit comfortable in the properties. It is hard to find places to move out. So we are kind of just banking on them right now to keep extending their stays with us. And from there on, we're going to have 2 places pretty much just empty. Just got to start getting some new properties on the line now. Boom. Just got a request today about how many guests were they asking for? About 20 guests. They were asking me about a property to fit about that. So right now, just looking to find something to accommodate those guests there. So just boom, attacking, man. I can't lie, it's just brilliant, man. Like,
Yeah.
the heat in my body is crazy, man. I can't lie, man. I'm loving every moment of it. And like you said, man, it's a journey. It's not a sprint. And when I truly understood that this ain't going to happen overnight, it's not going to happen tomorrow, it might not happen next year, but it will happen. It kind of made me calm down, but speed up at the same time. And it helped the hunger just stay there. Because beforehand, the hunger will kind of dissipate here and there. But now it's like, no. Man, I understand that my goal isn't going to happen in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. But my goal will happen, but I just need to stay hungry. It might happen on my deathbed, but it will happen. So it's just like, stick at it and I will make my dreams a reality. Don't let nothing slow me down. Don't let the people around me talk. Like, that's the thing, the biggest thing as well, man. That will kind of just make me do ways. It's like the people around me, sometimes their words are, it's like, oh yeah, you're doing good enough. You can slow it down, rare. Or, nah, like don't. Why don't you just chill? Why don't you just jump on game? Why don't you do this? And it's those little ones that it'll make you feel a little bit complacent, comfortable. Like, okay, maybe I'm doing alright. Okay, maybe I don't really need to do. But nah, that's like, it's them trying to slow you down because you're speeding up way too much and you're kind of leaving your people behind. And they're saying little things like that just to kind of slow you down as well because they realize, I don't want my man to do so much better than me because it will shine on my own insecurities as well, that I'm not working as hard as I know and can be. And then also it's about like, people want to see you do better, but they don't really want to see you doing better than them at the same, especially when they know they can do more, but they're not doing more just because of like sheer like laziness. Like, on some real honesty there, like some people are just truly just lazy, but they want it. They'd say like, oh, nah, like I want A, B, C, D, and E. Like, that's like me. If I was saying, look, I want the success evidence, or I want, you know what I mean, give me an opportunity, but I don't come here for this podcast. It's like, how can I now ask you in the future, oh, look, is that, nah, man, it's like, are you even serious? Do you even really want it? Like, I want it. That's why I took that drive today, you know what I mean? Like, even though my car broke down, I made sure to sort out a different vehicle. Like, there was no reason why I wouldn't come here today. Like, excuses are just other reasons you're just giving yourself just to not succeed. And it's just like, nah, why should I live with excuses and live with regret when I know I can do something to change that? If you feel what I'm saying, innit?
100%, man. I think you obviously said quite a few key points in there. I think one of the key points that you said is exactly that. You know, friends and family will always say things to slow you down. And the reason why they say that is because they want you to be successful, of course, but they don't want you to be more successful than them, because the light then shines on them and makes them look bad. Why is he, like, for me, for example, I'm from St. Lucia. There's loads of St. Lucians that I knew were in this country before I came, and when I came in, and now I'm doing successful, a lot of them don't speak to me because they feel like, oh, you know, he thinks he's better than us. But I don't think I'm better than us. I think, like, as you said, man, we obviously all have got, you know, a purpose on this earth. We all were put on this earth for a reason. And if you don't live to see your full potential, then you probably will never be happy. And if you never be happy, then what's the point of living?
Literally.
Doesn't make sense. So 100%, and I think what you said is obviously so true. And I think probably, like, for me, that's probably one of the hardest things I had to do when I got tired, is changing my circle, change my friends around me, because what they were saying to me was literally limiting me, you know, and sometimes they were not doing that intentionally. However, if they're not, obviously, if they haven't got, and today I tell people the same thing, like, your friends are not people that you share a common past with. Your friends are people that you share a common future with, because you're now moving in the same wavelength. Whereas the ones that, oh, you know, we grew up together, well, mate, he does not want what you want. You know, you want to become successful and go to Dubai and chill and wear nice clothes, and you just want to make enough money to pay for to pay Netflix and to buy a pack of fags, and that's it. So it's like what do you have to do, man? It's like, what do you stay here and be his friend forever and just smoke fags and talk about the same things, talk about the same girls, talk about the same trainers, or do you want to level up? And that's what I've realized. People like you are my friends now because you are, you know, not just a talker, you a doer. You know, you put your money where your mouth is. You invest in training, and as a result, guess what happened? You took action. As a result, guess what happened? You know, you got success. It's not by mistake. It's because you have enough skill in the game, obviously, and you have someone teaching you, holding your hands. Obviously, you're going to get results. It's not by accident. Nobody becomes successful by accident. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, no, facts. Like, success doesn't happen by, like, it's disrespectful to even say such a thing as well. Like, when people be thinking that, you just got it through luck, you just got it through that. Like, all right, cool. If you want to call luck like me putting in rigorous work for the last 2 to 3 years. It's luck. Then saying that, cool. That's how you cultivate your own luck, by making stuff happen so much that when the opportunities come there, your work and all the effort you put in, it literally just collides at that moment there. That's what luck is. Luck don't just like it don't just happen like that, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like they all think you can just try it out for maybe like 2-3 months, and it's meant to just work for them, because they'll probably hear people on like YouTube or social media say, just like lock yourself away for like 6 months, boom, grind it out, and then watch like your whole life change. But it's not like as simple as that. You have to still do a lot more. You still have to become a lot more as well. You have to do more. You have to want it. Like it has to like burn in your heart, in your soul, like that you want to become something more. Like it's crazy, man. I don't know, man. It's just like success has to be everything. You know what I mean? Like, and then you have to want to fulfill your purpose as well. Like I don't want to die one day knowing, and then also seeing. I think David Goggins said it. It's like you want to be on your deathbed, and then you just see like a bunch of like your spirits around you telling you, this is what you could have been. This is this. Oh no, he said when you go up and you go speak to God, God just shows you like a long list of like, all right, cool. I had you to be. You saved Africa. You took the world out of its poverty. Boom, 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 boom. But you're looking at, you're thinking, no, this is me. But he said, no, this is what I had you out to become. But you just chose just to stay there, and not to push yourself. And it's just like, damn. I don't want to die and actually think I could have been so much more, I could have done so much more, but I was just scared.
Yeah.
You know, the ones there, like I let fear stop me, or I let the fact that people would maybe just judge me, or maybe just look at me differently. And I just said, you know what, it's not worth it, man. Like, this is my life at the end of the day. Like, regardless of how other people may judge me or feel about me, man, I'm going to live it, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability.
Yeah, 100%. And I think what you said is so true, man. Like, we all have the ability to become, better and become the best version of ourselves. And it's like, you die when you obviously approach the pulley gate. God tells you, listen, man, I had you down to be, a motivational speaker and inspire millions of people around the world. But instead, you stay home and watch Pornhub and jack off. It's like, so how does that feel? Like, you'll feel like a real waste man in all reality. And a lot of people don't do that because of exactly what you said, because of fear of themselves, fear of what people are going to say about them or think about them. And I think I've got, the best way I can word that is like, I always say this, man. Everybody wants the view from the top. Like with this lovely apartment, it's an amazing view. Everybody would love the view from the top. But nobody wants to be seen starting from the bottom. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to become successful. Everybody wants to have the Range Rover, the Rolls Royce, the Bentley, the Lamborghini, and the nice apartment, the lovely car, the lovely wife, the lovely partner. But nobody wants to be seen starting from the bottom. And what does starting from the bottom look like? It looked like taking an L, investing in your training like you obviously did, investing in your knowledge. Everyone be like, why would you do, something like that? It requires you having sleepless nights. You having to go pick to a bunch of agents, getting a bunch of rejection, all of those things. But now you've got 2 properties making you £1,200 a month. Is that each?
Yeah. So
£2,400 recurringly. So everyone like, wow, man, I want to be like you. No, you don't want to be like me. You want the results that I have, but you don't want to do the work and the things that I did to get there.
Boom.
What are your thoughts on that?
Boom. No, I can't let you hit the nail on the head there. I've been saying that for too long, Carl. I'll even get them in my same. When I notice how some people will be talking around me, I'll be thinking, nah, like, you don't being mad disrespectful. Carl, you don't know the work I've put in. Or when someone will mention like, oh yeah, you've been on Dubai, so why can't I go on holiday as well? I'm thinking, you can't compare the fact that I've been in Dubai to you, because I haven't been nowhere in 4 to 5 plus years. You haven't seen the cold nights I've been going through. I don't sleep. The one was that I just grind. If I sleep, I just take quick naps and I just come back out and I just go do it again. Like, you haven't put in the same level of work ethic as me. So now to be thinking that you deserve the same rewards as me, I find that, like that one there, I find it so disrespectful, because I'm thinking, you can't put me and you in the same bracket right now. And that's not me trying to act like I'm better or anything is like that. It's just, I know what I've put on the table. I know the blood, sweat and tears that I've left out here on the field. So for you to come here and try to think you can come take, like that's like Charlton thinking they can come up and take Man United's glory. It's like, Look at what we've built over these years, and you think just because you've just done this one little thing here, you deserve the same recognition as, nah, like you got to build yourself up. It takes time. Maybe in 20, 30 years time, boom, they'll have the same level of recognition, but it takes time to get there. And when you understand that, then it's like, okay, cool, I just got to play my position, and I just got to work harder. And I understand that myself. It's like, I just got to play my position. Beforehand, I used to think, oh no, I'm trying to be a proper millionaire. Like this year, like I kept saying it before 25, before 25. Then I realized, what's the rush though? Like, okay, cool. Now then it's like what? You know what I'm trying to say? Then I realized, all right, cool. You got to set your goals even bigger and vaster, and then you don't need to worry about the time. Just go attack it all the time. You know what I mean? And then when I thought about it like that, I don't know, a massive weight just got taken off of my whole like body. It was just crazy. It was just like, boom.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of just allowed me to stay tunnel vision and just kind of just go attack. Cause I don't have nothing to worry about anymore. It's like, it's gonna work out. So like when you understand that it's just gonna work out anyway, nothing can really go wrong. Like all of these little L's that are happening. So it's always like, for me, I just look at it like, okay, cool. God just put this here as a test, because God would never, this is what people need to remember. God will never ever put something in front of you that he knows you can't handle. It doesn't make sense. Like, so no matter how bad your situation is right now, God allowed you to go through that to make you stronger, so that you can become the person you need to become through that struggle. People will be looking at struggles like, oh, you could be in like 10, 20K debt, you could have lost an arm, anything like that. But the fact that you're still alive and breathing means God's not done with you yet. Just don't give up. Only when you give up, that's when you lose. And so as long as you just keep getting back up, you know what I mean? That's like, you got to look at like toddlers. Every time they're walking, they always fall back, but they always get back up anyway, until they can just stay on their 2 feet by themselves. So it's like, if you're going to watch a baby not give up, why are you going to give up now on your own dreams? Like, make it make sense to me, please.
Yeah, 100%. And I think about that baby, I think, you know, that's one thing, you know, when I got started off in entrepreneurship, I've had loads of mentors, and one of my mentors told me, you go have a baby mentality. And I was like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, I'm trying to become successful. You talking about a baby mentality? But then I actually saw he was serious. He's like, and then I was like, what do you mean by that? It's like, well, listen, you go think like a baby. You know, babies, exactly what you said. If a baby, when a baby is obviously born, they want to walk. If you were a parent, would you put a limit on your baby? Would you tell them you have got 6 weeks to walk, and if you don't walk, that's it, end of your life? You wouldn't do that. Yeah. Even if your baby takes 2 years to walk, you're going to be there encouraging them and telling them, yes, keep going. But then I see people want to become successful, but they want to put a limit on it. Oh, I want to do it in 2 months. I want to do it in a month. And if I don't happen in a month, I'm going to quit. That's not the right mentality. You got to think like, this is going to happen. Come rain, come sun, come winter, come summer, come autumn. This is going to happen. Nothing's going to stop it. That's the mentality that I had when I got started. And that's the same mentality that you had. You were just like, yeah, I'm just willing to do whatever it takes. And if you haven't got that mentality, then, you know, you dip in your toe in the water.
Yeah.
You know, you're not all in, and your actions are not all in, and of course your results, you won't get all in results. You can't have something as a hobby and want it to pay you like a full-time. You know, you can't want a full-time income from a hobby. It doesn't really make sense. Now, for me, the reason why I know some people will never actually get a full-time, you know, income from something is because by their actions, they're not willing to, you know, put full-time effort. Because here's the thing though, if I genuinely believe, let me ask you a question. If you genuinely believe in your heart of hearts that you'll be successful, and you have somebody who's already walked in the exact same route as to where you want to go, that's going to teach you and learn and teach you from his mistakes, so you're going to get there a lot quicker. And you know you're going to get there. And the guy said, listen, I need to know that you're all in. So you need to do something in return, so I can see that you commit. And not, like, why would, if you honestly believe you're going to get there, why would you not do what the guy telling you to do?
Literally, no, like, especially when you laid it out like that, it was like, for me, it was like a no-brainer. Like, you didn't even have to say it, I just knew it, because it's just like, I knew by being around you, my success was just around the corner. But it just, by putting up a monetary, it just speeds up the process.
Of course.
That's what people don't, like, we can always get money back, but we can never get our time back.
Never get time back.
So if I know that I can do something to speed up the level of time, and I don't have to spend maybe like, who knows, if I didn't put it up, maybe it would take 2 years for me and you to be in the same room.
100%.
You get what I'm trying to say? But instead I spent the money, now I've gone even further. I've really started securing some deals, selling deals. Like, the whole game's changed. Like, who I am today is so different to who I was 12 months ago.
Yeah.
And that's how you always just got to remember. It's like, you can always just stay leveling up, but you got to be willing to invest in yourself.
Of course.
So it's like, cool. It was like a minor setback, or maybe it was a major setback, but it was for a major comeback in the future anyway. So just like, all right, cool, yeah, just do this now, invest in myself. You don't see the results straight away, but like you said, delayed gratification.
100%. And the thing about it is two things, man. Number one, if you were to invest into learning, right, it's like the money you invested is not the beneficiary is not the person you paying the money. The beneficiary is actually yourself, because most people, especially if you haven't got a lot of money, we put so much value on money. We respect and worship money so much. So if we give it to somebody, it's like we're almost giving a body part of ours. So the skin that we have in the game, it's through the roof. But if you don't have, if you don't give something in return, the person is giving you their time, it's like it's not a fair exchange.
Yeah.
And the monetary gift you're giving to the person is for yourself, to prove to yourself that, I need to get that money back. So I need to do what this guy is telling me to. I need to take the action. That's where you obviously get the results. And the second thing about it is like, it's not about how much money you have to obviously pay to get into the door. It's about how much money you're going to lose by just not getting in the door. Because now you have 2 deals that are obviously making you about, $2.5 a month. If you have to do it yourself, it would take you about 2 years, as you said, to get there.
Most definitely.
If you want to buy $2.5 by 24 months, how much money would you have lost by not doing that? Crazy, right?
Yeah. Especially when you're looking at it like that, that's really 60K plus that you'd be losing, and then it's just like, especially now when you do this, especially when you look at the numbers like that, it's like boom, like so I could have just spent maybe even less than 10% of that, and I could have got the help. But then I thought, nah. Let me just try learning by myself. I don't want to put up the investment. And now it took me 2 years, and now I just lost out on that because that's what people got. You got to look big picture. So I know if I do this now, the sky's the limit. Because I'm thinking I could, the people that you can meet, it's like revolutionary. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it just opens door. Because now by me being with you, it allows me to connect with other people as well. So I get to now talk to Kevin over here as well. I get to talk to other people out here, and then we have the community with the group as well.
Yeah.
And then now I get to help them as well, provide my value. And I like to help people. Like, when people ask you questions, you can just genuinely give them advice. You feel a lot better about yourself as well.
Yeah.
I know everybody feels like that. So it's just like, why not? Because the more you level up, and then you inspire other people as well. So I've noticed a lot of people from where I'm from, they will be seeing what I'm doing. Now they're getting inspired. They're seeing, oh, okay, cool. I don't need to be trapped doing whatever I was doing. There is another way out. And then they now start asking me, oh, what do I do? What like this? And it's just now giving me like a little bit, all right, cool. Let me go harder now, because what I'm doing is inspiring a lot of other people to maybe change what it is, like create a whole new path. And it's just like, the sky is the limit. The future is just so broad, and it's brilliant, man.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know what the world's got coming for us, but we get to just cultivate something new, innit?
Absolutely. And speaking about the group, man, what's the Levelup Mastermind, WhatsApp group like? What's the group like?
Group is active.
Are you the only one in the group getting success?
Nah. There's a bunch of people. Everyone's doing something. Someone's selling bills. Someone's securing keys. Someone building fast relationships with agents. I think she's got 30, 40 plus deals just parked to it. When I heard that, I was like, damn, 30, 40 plus.
Yeah.
And I'm out here with you know what I mean? It's just like you get to learn from everybody. Like, everybody's got their own little strength and then their own
question for you, how important would you say it is to have a winning environment where people around you everybody's winning, like you said?
Most that's the key, I think, because your environment dictates your actions at the same time as well. So if you're in an environment with people who are always just proper negative, telling you, what's the point in doing this? You might as well just stop. Or you might as well just come out, let's go do this. Instead of a bunch of people who are on the same mindset as you, keep going, boom, and now they're showing you their success. So that's what helps as well, because when you see other people win, it shows you, okay, cool, I can win. I just got to keep sticking at it, keep trying. So it's whenever you do feel that little moment's worth of doubt, boom, someone's already just showed you because of what they just done today. It's okay, cool, let me not doubt myself, just keep going out. Maybe my thing will come next week, maybe mine will come tomorrow. It's coming, just keep grinding. And it's it just helps with your head too much. It just cultivates a winning aura in yourself as well. It's okay, cool, I'm around winners, so that just means my time's coming.
Yeah.
But then when you're around a bunch of people losers who are always just giving you negativity and that, it's just you're getting negative ROI from being around them, because it's just no matter how strong your belief in yourself, so now that doubting voice in your head is going to come up even more. It's going to be nah, because so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so said, so what's the point in even trying now? And you start thinking, damn, is there even a point in trying? And then you're out here just spending 2 hours just battling inside your brain and nothing's getting done. You're around winners, you're not even thinking, you just know, alright, cool, that's just that negative voice coming to slow me down. let me just keep going, and then boom, you just attack, man. Like,
yeah, that's crazy, man. And after you obviously got your rent to rents, you've gone on just to to package and sell deals. And I know you sold, I think it was 2 deals.
Yeah, we sold 2 in that same week. Yeah.
2 deals in a week. And how much did you sell those deals for?
We sold it for 3K each.
So that's £6,000 in that 1 week. Yeah. Come on, man. I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you, man. So now, now you obviously, you got your deal, and that's all within a few months.
Yeah.
So if there was somebody watching this video, Yannick, and they were potentially in the same situation that you were when you first, got started off with me, and they kind of like on the edge, what kind of advice would you give to them?
If you're on the edge right now in regards to what you should be doing next, in my personal opinion, first just reach out. You know what I mean? Like, you need, the only reason why you're on the edge is just because you don't have enough information. So first, I say just reach out, just find out what it is. You need to find out more about yourself as right now as well, because I feel like right now you've probably got like a calling inside you. You feel like there is something more I can do, but you don't know what it is right now. Most likely this definitely is, because everybody can do it. Don't feel like, because you just seen so-and-so and so-and-so. I'm only 24 right now. There's people younger than me, people older than me, even just getting started in this. Like, whenever you go to like networking events and strategy meetings, you always see people who are like, who are probably like older than you, who are just getting started. You'll be thinking, okay, cool. So it doesn't matter how old or young you are right now. Like, everybody's got the opportunity. So most definitely reach out, find out the information, and you'll understand that this is for you. And I say just take the risk. Like, there's no reward without the risk. Like, it's simple as that. Like, I live by the motto, take risk and prosper. It's as simple as that. Like, if you don't take no risk, how can you prosper in life? It's as simple as that. So when you understand it like that, I say, look, just reach out. You really see me. If you want to talk to me or you want to talk to Evans, talk to us, and just come aboard. Like, it only makes sense. It's like, you want to be around people, especially like you want to be around people that care. That's the thing. You don't want to just go to some next people and then you be around people where you just know, all right, cool, and then they're not going to give you no attention. That was the thing for me, and I have been everywhere. Like, I can truthfully tell you, look, I've been everywhere. So I've probably spoken to like every single kind of like main property geezer out here, and I can give Evan his accolades right now. Like, you wouldn't want to work with anybody else. Truthfully, it's just like, what's the point? Because he gives you like a different feel to it as well. It's like, it's the personal touch, because you know that he actually cares. So you want to know that, all right, cool, like, he actually cares about my success. He actually wants me to go somewhere. It's not just about, all right, cool, let me take your paper and then let me just bounce. Like, what you lot got to also look at is like, he's really killing in property. So he's clearly not doing this to take your money. He's doing this so that we can go further. But you lot need to invest in yourself, and it's as simple as that. You invest in yourself to show yourself, all right, cool, I've got no choice now, and that's what it is there. It's not even about, like, that's it. Like you said, you got skin in the game. Because that was with me. Once I put money in, I was like, whoa. I ain't got a choice right now, Like, this money don't grow on trees. Like, I worked hard for this. So it's just like,
you're like, I've burned the bridge behind me.
Yeah, literally, like, there's no like safety net no more. It's like, I've got to succeed. Them ones there. And it's like, boom. Like, you operate differently as well. It's like, I don't know, like a different kind of fire comes inside you. Because it's like, yo, like, I got no choice. It's not like I can just go back to my mum and say, yo, mum, I can't, like, yeah, boom, do you mind if I just, like, no, we're not well off like that. It's like, boom.
It has to work.
Yeah, it has to. Like, there's no like ifs, ands, or buts. It had to work, and it did work. And I'm truly grateful for this opportunity. And I hope other people just, like, if you're a little bit on the fence about it, take the risk. What's the worst thing that will happen? You lose a little bit of money. What's the best thing that will happen? You become financially free and you change your whole family, your generation's life. It's like, the risk is worth the reward.
100%, man. So obviously now you obviously got your rent to rents, you're packaging and selling deals. So what's next for you, man? What's next for you in the old property game and stuff like that?
Truthfully, what's next for me? We're going to start doing some commercial conversion developments. So like, that's like BRRs on steroids, basically, innit?
Yeah.
So it's just, I want to start looking at doing those. I want to start turning like offices into a bunch of service accommodation units, because what I've noticed as well in my rent to rent journey, it was quite hard securing the rent to rents. So I just thought, instead of just looking for landlords just to secure one, why not create a whole block of units that I can just use, like, every single unit inside. And then it also just gave me another idea on top of that, okay, cool, if I create this, then I can give other people the opportunities there, because I know it's hard for people, especially like new companies, to get started. But if I create that facility for them, boom, I can help now new people. So now all you new people looking to start getting started in property, don't worry, I'll have you covered. You come directly to me, we'll have the units available for you to do on rent to rents as well. So it's just like, I want to just give back even more, because I knew that's how hard it was for me. So I thought, alright, cool, if I can at least make it easy for other people now, because I've got this foundation, then boom, a lot more people can get started. They don't have to worry about, it's going to... No, because you know that if you go directly towards this direction here, then at least you can get started. You can get your experience. You can have your credibility there. They'll know that, okay, you have been doing it for such and such. Now, boom, you can go externally to landlords yourself. They'll believe in you. You know what I mean? Because you got your proof. You see what I'm saying? And then you can kind of just go from there. So that's the next step, man. Like, we want to take it that much further. Then we'll go back to Africa, but that's a story for another day, man. You know what I mean? Like,
wicked, man. So your next step is that you want to obviously get some commercial units, convert them to residential units that you can use for service accommodation. That you can use all of it yourself for SA, or you can do a rent to the new students getting started off on your commercial units for SA. Very, very smart, man. And obviously that says a lot about how you go a big hat and you want to help people. And I think that's kind of like why we're connected, because I can just see that you're a giver, you're not a taker. You know, takers want to get everything for free. You know, givers, they're happy to give to get in return. And that's exactly what's happening to you. And I've got no doubt that you're going to get a lot more in return, because you are that kind of individual. So yeah, man, that concludes, our interview. I'm just, I'll be super excited to obviously have you on again when you obviously get to your next milestone or your next chapter in this business. But in closing, is there anything that you want to say in closing? If somebody wants to reach out to you, are you on social media? How did they reach out to you? What's your social media handle?
Okay, so I'm currently just all over. So I'm on Twitter, Insta right now. You can kind of just get at me on Twitter. I'll be Student Landlord. That'll be my Twitter handle there. Insta, I'm gonna change it to that, so it'll be Student Landlord again. You'll find me there. We have the company page as well, SL Housing Group. You can find me on my Facebook, Yannick'S. That'll just be my normal name there. You can literally just feel free, reach out. I'm more than happy just to spit game on property anyway, man. You need any advice, just ask me. I'll tell you, man. Like, I paid to learn so I can help and give it back. So I'll just literally just bombard you with your questions. You want any help? You want to know what you can kind of do? Any little tips and tricks, man? Let's just go win, man. Honestly, like, sky's the limit here, man. So feel free.
Amazing, man. Well, listen, man, thank you for obviously coming on the podcast. There'll be obviously a lot more, and hopefully we can have you in the future. If you're someone looking at this podcast and you want to get started in property, come to our next free event. It's free, and just come and get knowledge. And if you want to obviously run and you want to sign up to the advanced training, we can talk about that later on. But thank you guys for watching this podcast, and I will see you at the next episode. Remember, let's level up, guys. See you later.